to share with you guys our 2023 homeschool books. I'm going to share a huge homeschool box unboxing for you guys. I have a lot of the curriculum and stuff right here. I'm hoping that I have everything here today that I can share with you guys. But this year I was able to just mainly use the one site. So I put everything in my shopping cart, and then whatever I could get off of eBay for cheaper, that's what I ended up doing. So that's why I have different packages from eBay in different places. So I'm sure I probably have some more books from eBay that I'll be waiting to get. But that's okay, because I'll share their full curriculum when, you know, the new school year starts or whatever. But we are in May right now, so we are going to be just getting as much done until the end of the year. And then I will see what we're going to be keeping that they already have, and then what we're going to get rid of and what we have to tie in. So sometimes when I homeschool, we'll get done with one of their books, and then I buy the book, and then we move on to that book right away. But we're at the end of the year, so we're not going to do that this year. We'll just wait for next year to tie everything in and get that done. I wanted to do this unboxing with you guys because I want to share what I got for them. And then also the last 2 years, so this year and the year before, usually I don't switch a lot when it comes to their curriculum. I try to fit what I can, you know, for their curriculum. But the kids one year, the little kids one year, I ended up using a curriculum that was like, you just buy the whole package, and it was good enough for Nash and Lachlan. So that worked out for me. And then last year, I kind of did the same thing with them guys. I was able to find a curriculum that worked just for Nash and Lachlan, Declan, and I think maybe even Miles. But this year, I was going to end up going back to about 3 years ago to 4 years ago. I was using Rod and Staff. Now, for some of you guys that are just following along for our family channel, you might not know some of the things that I've already talked about in some of my other homeschool videos on the curriculum, you know, that I use or have used. So we originally started with Abeka. We switched to Rod and Staff, and then we kind of did random different curriculums in the last couple years. So for next year, I was going to go back to Rod and Staff. And when I was looking at it, I still didn't want to end up using it. I didn't want to use it, even though I had a lot of it to use. Like I have a lot of the parent books and stuff that I could have kept and just added off of that, which would have made my whole homeschool year a lot cheaper. When it comes to homeschooling and trying to find what fits good per child, it's hard to stick to one curriculum. So with that one, it would have been mainly the younger kids, so like elementary, and then Eli and Gage, I already had some stuff that I could have used for them, but I still needed to get some higher up stuff for them. But to make it easier, yes, I paid more, but to make it easier on me, I tried to stick with the same curriculum for all the kids this time. And then our math, we usually use Matthew C. So in the description below this video, I will lay out what we use. So like, we're going to be using BJU this year. We're going to be using Matthew C. We're going to be using another one, I think. So I will leave all of that down below. And then when I start homeschooling again for next year, I will go over all the books again and who does what, and then maybe I'll do a little bit more homeschool stuff next year. And I'll try to get some homeschool stuff in this year also, just to show you our like what we're at the end of the year, and you know what kids are on and what they're finishing up on. So that's what I will share soon. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to see this video first, or if I will share some of my homeschool stuff with you guys. But today I mainly want to open these boxes with you guys and show you what I got. Boxes. So some of these that have Prime on them are going to be the ones from Amazon. And then some of these other individual packages are going to be the ones from eBay. So some of the ones from eBay have some writing in them, and I'm okay with that because it's just a couple pages. So for one of the, let me give you an example when it comes to homeschooling. So when it comes to like buying the kid books like this, they're probably around like $20 to $30 per book. So altogether for this next coming year, I spent $1,400 on their school books. This is the most that I've ever spent in a year for homeschooling. It doesn't need to be that much. But now that I have all the teacher books with this order, I can use that for next year for my other kids. So I won't have to buy the teacher ones. The teacher ones alone can be up to $100 a piece. So sometimes it's nice if you can find them on eBay. So for right here, like I have the spelling for 6th grade, and then I have the spelling for 6th grade, like the teacher one. So I was able to get that. I think I got that one on eBay. So this one is used, but there's no writing in it. Sometimes they order it, they can't send it back, or they got it from somebody else and they just want to sell it off to other people. And there's a lot of homeschool groups on eBay or Facebook that like to do that. They like to sell it again. So that's nice. Okay. So I have some of this here. So I have 2nd grade spelling. I have the 6th grade spelling that I was showing you. This one I got off of Amazon. This is 8th grade spelling words. So this next this next year coming up, I'm going to have, what do we have? 2nd grade, 4th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade, I think it is, and then a senior I will have for this next year. So I pretty much got everything here for that. And then, like I said, we'll tie in what they still need to finish from this year for next year. So even though they don't finish some of their books, I still make them finish it the next year. Okay, let's see what I got. So this way, with me checking now, I can see what I'm still missing and then what I still need to order yet, either off of eBay or go back on to the Christian bookstore. So like I was saying, is once I have all the teacher books, and I made sure I did this year. Last year, Hudson had an English book this year we have an English book that didn't have an answer book. And when I went to go see if I could purchase it, it was like $80 for the book, and I didn't want to do that. So this year, I made sure that I bought it anyways. So some of their curriculum, maybe it was like, I got 4 books for about $100 or something like that. So I had to buy for 7 of the boys this year. Okay, so for this one, it is the teacher's edition. And then maybe if I remember, I'll leave the price down below, and then maybe I'll put like versus how much it actually costs if I remember to do that. So for this one, she sent me the extra test for some of that, but at least I have the teacher book. All right. Let's go over here. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have homeschooled your books. If you guys have homeschooled your kids. Or are you guys just following along our family for our family channel and not really our homeschool stuff? I don't share a lot of our homeschool stuff. I should, but I don't. Okay, so I got a vocabulary book off of eBay. And this one is the teacher edition. You wrapped that one extra good. Jeez. Okay, so that one was from homeschoolbooksforless.com. And then I have the vocabulary level F. I think these are both Gage and Eli. So that's the upper grades. And then I have handwriting 6th grade. So that one I got on eBay. I'll probably do all the eBay ones first. Maybe I should have had these like pre-cut before I showed you. Okay, so I got the geometry book, and this one is used, and there are, let's see, there are some writing and stuff in there, and I'm okay with that, as long as it doesn't go through the whole book. And she kind of noted in there how many pages were being used. So this one I think is either Gage's or Eli's. So once you get comfortable with doing homeschooling and finding the curriculum, it's easy to go on off-sites and find what you need than it is to when you first start and you're just learning on what is even available. Okay, so I got the Spelling for Teacher Edition. And then, let's see. And then Grammar for 12th grade. So that's all the eBay stuff. Now I'm going to open up the Christian distributor. Oh, it's christianbooks.com, but this has so much stuff on it. Okay, when you order, they always give you a packing slip, so I'll keep that because then that helps me keep track too on what I got where. And then I have one of their math books, so this is Matthew C, and you can order directly from their site. And then I got English 6th grade, I got pre-algebra, and these come with the test book, but I have the parent book to these. Spelling 2nd grade, and then reading workbook 2nd grade. And this one is through BJU. So I'll go over where they came. Okay, so I have Reading for Teacher Edition, and then you get some extra books because I bought the whole package, or the whole, I think, reading program for there. So I have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have Sarah, Plain and Tall, and then the Mandolin. And I'm not sure about that one. The Promise of a Crown. So we'll try to, these are things that I can read to the kids at nighttime. And then this one is teacher reference. Not sure what this one is, but I will figure out that one later. And then teacher edition part 2. So I have part 2, part 3, and then part 4. So a lot of this with the reading is going to be me reading it to them, and then them probably doing the comprehension questions and stuff. So we got a workbook that'll go along with the stories, and then I have the the reading book, and then each reading book, or I should say the one reading book, has all the stories in here, and then I would just read these and they would have to answer out of their workbook. And then I have the work text answer book, so this one would go with that one, and then this would go with that also when I read it. All right, so I have all of that. That is good. Oh boy, there goes Miles's cup. So in this box, I got the teacher edition, writing and grammar, 8th grade. And then what else is in here? Them two are wrapped together. Usually the bigger ones are the teacher edition. So we got part 1 and part 2. So I will need both of them. And then writing and grammar, like extra credit stuff that they can work on. And then the writing and grammar workbook. So, I have that. Now, what I was saying in the other part of the video is a lot of people will take all the pages out of here, put it in the binder, and then they have to work out of a notebook. Sometimes that saves money when it comes to buying a lot of this. But if you can find it used on eBay or through a homeschool Facebook group, then that helps also. Okay, let's see what I got in here. Okay, so I have reading edition part 1, and then I have reading edition part 2, reading assessment. So this probably just helps. I've never had this before, but this probably just helps me keep on track on what they're working on. And then they got a book, The Treasure of Pelican Cove. So that's another reading book we can use. And then The Treasure of Pelican Cove. So they'll have to work in that. And then this one is Pulling Together. Okay, so that one goes to this one. So they'll have to do a lot of like workbook stuff when it comes to me reading to them. Okay, so that's that. And then before the year starts, I have to go through everything and make sure I have it all in the right cubby. And I have to make sure that we are able to get through everything that we need to, or if there's days that I need to do more of one subject. All right, so I have 2 Matthew C. books. This is going to be for Nash and Lachlan. And then I have this book for one of the kids, math book. And then I have another math book right here. So these are all through Matthew C. Okay, I think he's going to go by Papa. All right, so we have English 4, part 1 and part 2. So that's what that looks like. And this is from BJU. And then, here, you'll have to wait. Okay, so then they also come with some extra work that if I need to have them maybe need some more practice, I try to use some of these, but otherwise these are kind of last resort kind of things, or if I could use some stuff maybe in the summer. Then I have the kids workbook right here, the English 4, I have spelling 4, and then I have some of the books. So these are the kids books, and then the other ones that I showed you are the answer books. And then paragraph writing, and I forgot who I got this for, but I have to look back on why I got it. So we'll see. Just for extra work when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay, so I have the English 2 for Nash and Lachlan. I just got one teacher book. And then I have 2 of the books for them. So for Nash and Lachlan, they're in the same grade. So that's everything that I have so far as for the books that I got in the mail. I'm not sure if there's any more, but I will know once I piece all this together what I'm missing. All right, so that's what I'm gonna try to do right now is just put some of this stuff in order and then go from there. Okay, so for the reading books, for Nash and Lachlan, I bought one of these books off of the Christian bookstore, and then I bought one off of eBay because it was like $30 some for the one book, but then I think it was only like $15 on eBay. So I needed 2 of them, and then that goes with that. And that's all that goes with it. So it's just different reading books that they're gonna be working on. So I'm gonna try to just put these all in order. So this is the twins, 4th grade, 4th grade. And then whatever we don't use, sometimes we ask other homeschoolers if they need it. Let's see, what is this one? Reading 2, that's all part of that. And then that's this, we'll go here. You don't really see. So I have the twins pile and stuff right there. And then I have, oh, let's see. Okay. So 8th grade, put here, and this one is going to be Hudson's. And then I got 12th grade, I have 4th grade. I think this one is going to be Gauges, and then one of these, I think this one is Gauges. 6th grade right here, this goes here, that's Eli's, so this one right here is going to be Eli's. Writing is Gauges, and then 8th grade is Hudson's. Oh. And then we have 6th grade here. And then we have a lot more in Nash and Lachlan's just because there's 2 of them. And then we have the books there. And then grade 4 for Declan. Let's see. Yeah, so this is all Declan's here. And then, all right. So for Hudson, I have his math book, I have his grammar, and then I have his spelling, and then I still tie in cursive and stuff with their curriculum. So I still need to do that with them. And then, let's see, handwriting I got for Miles, English. Okay, so this one, I think I still need the answer book for. So this one, I'm sure it is coming. So I have to look back and make sure that I get that. And then for Gage and Eli, they have their math, their English, and then I have all their history books and stuff that we can use for next year. All right, so I went on the Christian bookstore just to make sure that I wasn't missing anything, and everything looks like it has shipped. And then the stuff from eBay, I think, all shipped. So I mainly got to focus on Gage and Eli for next year. So we got Gage's stuff, and then I have a lot of stuff. So I think this is Eli's right here, and I only have vocabulary. But I have a lot of homeschool stuff already for their grade. It's mainly to focus on Nash, Lachlan, Declan, Miles, and Hudson. They have all their curriculum. And then whatever is not here, I already have. So I was kind of looking over, I'll just talk about Hudson's right now. So 8th grade writing and grammar, his spelling words. And that's all I have right here is the writing and grammar. But then I have their math and stuff over there. So I have them 3 subjects. Some of the 3 subjects that I focus on the most. And then history, science, all that stuff comes in later because we do other stuff for that. I actually have extra books I have a lot of history books. We have a new video series that I just got from a friend. So we will be using that for next year. And then when it comes to high school, we do chemistry and biology. So like I was saying, the subjects that I don't have or don't have in front of me, I have like a cubby area that I keep all the books that I need for other years. So I'm pretty sure that I have everything for everyone. For Gage, he is going to be done next year, so I have everything for him to finish and graduate. We just need to get caught up on a couple things by the end of the year, or we need to work on some of them through summer. But for Eli, I need to go back into his cubby and make sure that I have everything for next year for his subjects. So like I said, I have a whole cubby section full of books that I can go through and tie in. It's usually going to be a Becca, BJU for the upper grade classes. And then the younger ones, it doesn't really matter, I guess, as long as it's Christian based. But for all these guys, we have the Matthew C. and the BJU. And I don't think I have any of Becca this year. It's mainly just that curriculum. So the reason why, when I was going on and I was looking up the curriculum that I wanted to do this year, when I got to, I think it was 2nd grade, and I think it is the spelling book right here, the pictures in the book and stuff like that make it a little bit more interesting for the kids to want to try to do their school versus just having plain boring pages. So that was another good thing with BJU and Abeka, and I can't remember if there's another one. BJU, I know there's another one that's a higher up curriculum if you're doing bookwork and stuff, and then they also offer online classes and stuff too. We mainly just do a lot of bookwork and stuff for the kids just so that they have knowledge on working out sentences and writing things down. So we've had troubles in the past with Blaine and Victoria when we did multiple choice, and that didn't really give them you know, a lot of understanding when it came to doing sentence structure and stuff like that. So now we really stick to just the regular workbooks. All right, so that's all I'm going to share with you guys today. I will share everyone's curriculum when we start next year, but we are at the end of the year. I just wanted to share what I got for next year, and I'm excited that I already got it, and we are good for the next year. I don't have to scramble, you know, the week of homeschooling starts. So now I can go through this stuff and see exactly how it works. It usually is pretty similar to most curriculums, but a couple of them I was kind of hesitant on some of the stuff and what it was. So them are the things that I can go over through the summer and get it ready for the next year. All right, so hopefully you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.